Assalamu alaikum. Alhamdulillah, welcome everyone. And we've all been sitting here for a few hours here, so and it's not my first time coming up to speak, but praise to Allah. I really enjoyed the first Sunday. I always enjoy it so much, and especially the progress that we made. And when I, looking back, we have to commend Brother Akbar for the work that he's doing. Us being people of faith and community people, we put God first before everything. That's right. And we know that it's Allah that's guiding us and helping us with the good works that we do. That all good that we enjoy in life is because of Allah's mercy on us, and it's a reward for our sacrifices and things. I think Imam was talking about technology too. This technology is something else, and I agree with him. I get so excited when I heard him say that I was been raised my whole life a Muslim, and by Imam Mohammed, a man of great vision and deep, wisdom, and he put Allah first in everything. So knowing where we stood with our Creator, with God, and our relationship as creatures that He made, and living in this material reality that He's in charge of, just awareness that Allah is in control, and Allah is in charge, and Allah is doing everything. It's difficult for me to understand how some people, go about this life in this world and give credit to other things and see things happening in the world, and then they forget that it's Allah behind that. I don't care where it came from. This technology is a gift from God to us. If it's good, if it benefits us, it's a blessing, it's a mercy from Allah. That's right. And it's just makes me feel so happy that some people feel that Allah is not blessing them. All you have to do is look around. Allah is constantly blessing you. You just wake up. You need to wake up and see it. Because this is huge. The things that the mercy Allah has given us, just in a short amount of time. That's true. We living in the future. That's right. We living in like almost like what we used to see on TV as fantasy. That techno world, that the age of the machines and doing the work and making life easy for man and all of that, we live in it right now. Like man is more in control of his destiny and his well-being and his happiness than we ever been in the history of humanity. That's the way I see it, and it's because of Allah's mercy on us. I don't know about the technology. I'm sure some scientists, big-head scientists somewhere, telling you how they did it, and how man sat down and devised a scheme on how they're going to work together and make things happen. No, if it wasn't for Allah's will, and Allah's mercy is on the righteous. He didn't do it for you. He didn't do it for the greedy, the ignorant, the big-headed people. So it's more for us. So the burden should be more off of us, because God did it for us, and in the next life it's going to be exclusively for us. So it shouldn't be the big wealthy corporations smiling and being happy. They should be a little nervous about taking credit for something that really ain't theirs. Right? So we the ones should be happy. We should be turning flips. It frees us up to have more time to enjoy and appreciate each other. So we should look at opportunities to be more involved in community activities like this, and to be social. But the young people, they caught up. They dazed and mesmerized by pop culture and Hollywood and everything. And you can't really blame them, because the technology is moving so fast. That it's a wonder. We're looking at Revelation unfold in front of us. You wonder, how can these young people look at the world and see what we see, and go right, and and not follow and say, oh, I want this, I want that, like, oh, look at this, and everything's at their fingertips, and most of the time it appears to be at your fingertips, but it's just an illusion. It really ain't even there. So they're chasing something, but they're chasing it and running to and fro and never getting nothing, and that's the life that's why we don't see the young people and the youth, because it's too big. My father said that the culture, the pop culture is bigger than the synagogue. The church is in the mosque. He said it's bigger. So we have to continue to struggle and work together to fight the schemes of Shaitan, the devil, you know. He said the way you beat the devil is to fight him in his schemes. In his schemes. So we have to keep, if we're not attacking him in his, and being strong and firm against his schemes and his vices that he have out there for us, then we're not doing our job. We're not on our job. So we have to work hard and ask Allah to show us, to open our eyes up to see where these obstacles are in our way. I want to get to the, I'm not going to talk too much, but I want to get to the second part of the program. We have a guest speaker, which I think is a wonderful thing. We call this the, we don't use the language as keynote, but the main program is our guest. And our guest is really not a guest, what do you call it? Our homie here, our home brother here, who we can't get enough of. And I hope you all appreciate him. I'm not bringing him on. I'm going to let you know Elam bring him on. But I'm really excited about his topic. When I saw it and read it, I said, wow, this is the help and the medicine we need. We can't take for granted that the young people grow up so fast. We can't take for granted that they know the religion that we claim to be ours, you know. Our religion has to be taught to us. And it has to be taught to us by sincere people. And we have to know the history of the Prophet Muhammad and the life of our Prophet and the history of our religion, how it came about and what happened. You know, we need to know that our schools, we have schools, but the majority of our children are not in Muslim schools or even have access to an Islamic education. So this program is not about that necessarily, but this is something that came in mind, and I probably should have talked to some of our committee and some of our we call it the consultative body. That's a big word for us. Consultative, but we have a consultative body that's nationwide. We have a consultative body about how can we more effectively teach our religion. Now, there's one thing about, you know, raising robots that have have memorized a lot of things to know the religion. But if you don't know your religion, how can you claim your religion? So we need to teach us, even you know, us, senior to us, and the young people. It's not just for grammar school students to know the religion, the basics of the religion. So we're going to try to improve our efforts. We have some basics on the religion on the internet, but immigrant communities and those that have Clara Muhammad schools, they do excellent jobs at helping us to understand our religion so that we can identify with it. You know, you don't know the history of our religion and don't really know the religion, and it's really difficult to identify. And I think that's a problem that a lot of us have, that our identity is in the world. We claim to be a part of this community, but our identity is out there somewhere else. And Imam, he is here to help us with this identity and with this today. I love this topic, and he's going to give it to you. But that's something that came to my mind, you know. And I'm sure there are books, imams that are out here, Imam is right here, and others can probably help direct us to Muslims in our community that probably have books that have been written or referenced that we can share, and maybe we can carry them and promote them on the Mosque at the Mosque or WDM publication. And but we should promote maybe some healthy interaction to see what we know about our religion, you know, because I'm sure there's a lot of things. If you quiz me, you know, that I'd be surprised that I may have a little not be rusty, a little dusty on some things. But we shouldn't think that our religion is a religion foreign. It's not a foreign religion. So we don't need Muslims from other lands and other places trying to teach us, to give us the religion to us. And the way we avoid having that problem is to increase our knowledge. And so the more we know about the history, it's important. It's important. Because if we're going to carry this religion into the future and we're going to represent it, we should know it.
That's right.
And so we're going to work together, and I'm putting this out, and I'm sure I'm going to hear from people that want to help. And I'm getting good news from imams and leaders in our community that want to help us do better as a community. We have to work, and for that, to make our general population that be more knowledgeable, we have to do that as a whole. We can't do it in locales. So in the Mosque, I think we're in a good, healthy position to promote education, Islamic education. And it's been almost 9 years since the Imam passed, 10 years, and a couple of years, maybe 2 or 3 years even back before he passed. I don't know if y'all know this, but if I tell you something, you know, I don't believe in secret societies that have secret language and all of that. So when Imam Mohammed started calling our conventions, Muslim conventions, I knew exactly what he was saying. He was saying because they weren't Islamic conventions. So we should be, by now, we should be focusing on what is the proper, or what is satisfactory to us for our community to represent an Islamic life in the community. Even if we don't have Islamic life in our neighborhoods, because we know that. Right. They call us to the table with people that, as if we're their equal, when we really ain't their equal. We know that. You know, other people, other communities outside of our community, and I ain't talking about just Arabs, Mexicans, Chinese, you know, Europeans, and everybody, they have establishment. Yeah. And we still broken apart. We still, you know, trying to find our place, or trying to find acceptance, you know, right, where they'll leave us alone and let us grow naturally as human beings. Mm-hmm. You know, that's the issue that we deal with as a people. Whenever we get something or look like we're about to get something, somebody's there to snatch it and exploit it. Exploit us. That's why we can't have nothing. Not because we don't have the ability, it's because there's always somebody big and stronger ready to knock us down and take it from us. And that's the truth. That's the truth. I argue that with anybody. That the truth of the matter, the reason why we're not where we want to be is because somebody bigger than us and smarter and a little bit slicker is always there to make sure we don't find what we was after. And all we want is peace. Like Malcolm X said, all we want is to say, ask yourself what you want. Yeah, and I heard Malcolm X say that, and I said, this is what all African Americans been saying. I don't know if he said it first, but this is what we've been saying the whole time. Just don't nobody believe us. We just want peace and want to be able to grow and raise our families and to love ourselves and to feel proud amongst the family of humanity and to show our brothers whom we love that, hey, we can give a little something back too. You know, come sit down and eat with us instead of inviting us to be a token. You know, right? We want to host the program sometime. You know, we want to spend some of our money and bring our brothers to the table and show them what we got instead of being on the welfare ticket. You know, not saying we're on welfare, because we against our community as a people, our history, we are not a history of welfare people, but that'll change overnight. Because they're teaching our young people they're not getting the value of manhood, you know. And we got to change. There's so many things we need to work on, but we have to live in a world of reality, and we have to work on those things that we know where we lack, so that we'll be stronger for the future, inshallah. Yeah, thank you.